Hi and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a rough year, so I wanted to do a positive reading and let's see what blessings are going to come to us soon. So please remember, soon to the universe might be different to soon to us as people, and this is also a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, and we'll get into it. I've placed 4 crystals that I felt drawn to each group, so if you prefer to pick a crystal, I'm going to give you a wee bit now, and then I'm going to place the crystals away so that those of you who would rather pick from cards can pick from cards. So take a look at the crystals now. If crystals are easier for you, I'm going to now move them away. And here's the group without the crystals. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. I'll just move the crystals forward a wee bit so that they are in frame. Okay, so please decide now which group you are drawn to. I'm kind of feeling to only pick one group, but if you have a strong sensation that you need to pick 2 or 3, that's up to you. So I'm going to give you maybe 10 seconds and then I'll see you at group 1. Hello group 1, this is your reading. This is for those of you who chose this beautiful bluey crystal. I don't particularly know the name. I want to say Amazonite, but I may be wrong. But I'm just going to call it the blue crystal for now. So let's take a look into your reading. We have the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So this may be the energy that you're going through right now. Because this is blessings, I'm kind of feeling like Swords wouldn't show up in a blessing. Swords would be the energy that you're feeling right this, like, sort of at this moment. So the 7 of Swords, this is a card of kind of like thievery, like maybe like you were in a fight that it was a success but things were still left behind, so kind of like beware of people stealing ideas, protect what is yours and don't let others take from you. So someone is lying and maybe try to get something out of you, like a parasitic energy. It's just some like someone's sort of like playing behind your back, like being a bit two-faced. It could even be like gambling or drinking issues maybe hid from you, or you could be like sort of compensating with drinking or gambling. It's sort of like a trust issue kind of card. And then next to it we have 8 of Swords as well. So this card is kind of like she's not wanting to see the truth, like she has her arm over her eyes. I'll let you see that. Hopefully it is in focus enough that you can see. But yeah, it's sort of like she's kind of stuck in her way, like trying to hide away from the truth. Maybe she knows it deep down what is going on, but is just kind of like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to know it. Like, if I don't see it, then I don't know what's going on. It's kind of like a card of hiding how you actually feel. And I kind of feel like it's also like you maybe know this like 7 of Swords energy is going on, but you kind of want to hide it. Maybe it's too hard for you to actually like express the truth. Express that you know someone is kind of like a backstabber, like they could be friend or family, and you kind of feel like you have to be there for them, and it's hard because you just want to close your eyes away from the truth. It's kind of like a card that fear is stopping you from seeing clearly. But also hold off on any major decisions as well, because it's also a card of like you don't have all the information yet because you're kind of hiding away. But we'll see what the other cards have to say. We have Solar Plexus Chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in a positive way. So the solar plexus chakra, I'm pretty sure that is kind of like, it might be your gut or just below your gut. And it's also like a card, it's like, okay, I'm going to just quickly look it up so that I know what I am talking about. But I'm pretty sure it is the card that's like your gut sort of feeling. So it's like, listen to your insides, listen to what your like inner gut is telling you. Yes, it is this card. So it's also like, be strong, be confident. It's also a card of you might be lacking, you may not have the confidence. So I kind of related that to the Eight of Swords, where this energy of like looking away, you were maybe too scared, like, and kind of the solar plexus card is a good card to start working on your confidence, start working on building up strength and confidence in yourself, building up like a lot of like, you know how to do it kind of thing. I know that you have the strength to. But I will see what other cards we have. I've pulled some crystal cards. So Motivite would be good for you. So this card is unconventionally. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. And we also have Citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So I kind of really got that energy with the Eight of Swords, this like looking away, that you don't want to kind of see it, and especially it's relating back with the Citrine again about unnecessary worries. So it might be like a good time to sort of start working on the solar plexus, start working on your confidence and working on your sort of gut feelings. That's what I'm getting, would be like a blessing in your life. Like, this is the blessing that could be coming for you. And then we have Motivite, which is the card of like unconventionality. So you're a really unique person, and you might be kind of hiding that away because maybe it's not like social norm, maybe your family don't like that side, maybe your friends as well. I was getting that as well, the Seven of Swords, like you're stuck with this person because they might be friends or family, and maybe you don't have the confidence to kind of speak out. So that could be a blessing that is coming to you soon, is maybe you finally have enough and you finally start working on yourself and finally speaking out as to what you want. We'll see what else we have. Tell the truth. So that's kind of exactly what I was just saying, like, speak your truth, speak what you want. A good thing might be manifestation, like speaking it out to the universe, what you want in life. I'm kind of picking up from these cards that maybe you're like on the shyer side, you might be a wee bit sort of naive, not all of you, but some of you. Just someone who's like very loving, but then they get taken advantage of, and then you find it hard to stand up for yourself because you've been maybe taught all your life, like, this is how you act, like you followed your parents' rules kind of thing. But I'm kind of feeling like a blessing for you is that you might finally have had enough of acting that way. And of course it will be difficult because people don't like it when you sort of act out of how the character they've portrayed for you, the character in their minds that they've set for you, and it's like a shock to them. But don't worry about them, it's time to work on yourself and focus on your truth. Our next card we have is Yes. So yes, this is a confirmation from the universe that I feel like you finally, a blessing that is coming to you is that you'll finally have the confidence to speak out for you, speak out for what you want out of life. And it's going to be really great for you, and you might, like, the confidence is going to be really sort of even overwhelming. Like, it's sometimes it might even just be like a switch, like suddenly you change it. It's like some people, they take years to build up confidence, they take years to build up that sort of energy, and then for others it's kind of like a switch, it just changes so rapidly and you're like a brand new person. Our last card we have is Balance. So although you may finally start speaking out for yourself, might finally start speaking out like what you want in this life, we end with Balance. So also don't take sort of advantage of that. everything is always good in moderation. So I'm kind of feeling like a blessing that is coming to you is that you'll finally build a lot more confidence in yourself. You'll find your voice, kind of. But it's also telling me as well, like, you may be going through this sword energy at the moment, and then suddenly it might be wonderful and great, but sort of don't take advantage of well, like, balance out your life, balance out what hopes and dreams you have. And that is all I have for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please subscribe if you do, because I'm planning on doing a lot more videos in the future, and hopefully I see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. This is for those of you who chose the rose quartz crystal, a nice pinky one. And we shall see your reading. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Sorry, I'm just going to check my camera. Is that in focus? Hopefully now it is. So anyway, the Seven of Pentacles, that's kind of a card of maybe you have all the resources but you don't sort of know how to utilize them. It's also like maybe you keep trying. It could be like money wise, you have all the money but you don't know how to use it. But it could also be like you have all the skills as well. You have all this knowledge and skill, but you don't really know how to utilize it yet. Like maybe you keep trying at something and it's just not succeeding. It feels like a challenge, and all you can kind of do is sit and wait. It could be like the fruit on the trees aren't growing fast enough kind of energy. It's like you have all the skills, you have everything that you need, it's just some sort of block is in the way. Like hard work feels like it's failing. I'm kind of getting the feeling this is a long-term investment. It's going to take years to harvest kind of thing. You might have been working on this for years and it's starting to feel like I keep hanging on but things aren't going smoothly. And then we have the Hierophant, and that's sort of like a card of so that's the card of like spirituality, leadership, maybe like churches, leaders. It's sort of like your pope, your teacher. Maybe you're someone who's studied, maybe you've gone to university with this, like, because the Hierophant is sort of a teacher, or maybe like you've taken an extra class or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be university, but maybe you've like practiced this skill so much and it's starting to feel like, am I good enough? Like I've spent years on this and nothing seems to be working out. But it's also like a Hierophant is also positive in that it's, you know, maybe look to spiritual groups, look to like maybe you're someone who'd work well in a church, maybe you're someone who'd work well with just other spiritual people, or you know, whatever you feel like works for you. And it could also mean like marriage, union, counselling. It's sort of like a sort of grey area card, but it's like it's a kind of like looking at the bigger picture, I'm sensing. And especially with the Seven of like Pentacles, that is kind of like a card where you feel like you're giving your all and something's not budging, something's not going well. So we'll see what the blessings are, what's going to change that sort of energy you might be in. So you are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual powers bring great blessings and loving service to the divine. So that kind of would relate to the Hierophant card and like the light worker. It's a light worker card. So sort of, it's kind of like maybe change your thinking. Like maybe you'll turn into like a desperate energy because you want whatever it is so badly and you feel like you're giving it all but nothing's budging. So you might be like a kind like soul, and it's kind of what I'm feeling, like your spiritual powers maybe start spiritually changing your mindsets. That could be what it means for the Hierophant of like a leader, maybe like change your thinking. So we will look at our next card. I pulled some crystal cards that may be helpful. So we have Amerinite. I don't know how to read these crystal names, they're always very difficult. Balancing feminine and masculine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you, and your masculine side to give you confidence. And our other crystal card is watermelon tourmaline. Stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So that's what I was kind of getting with this message again. Masculine and feminine, like I said, this is a grey area card, and that's what it is with balancing. Like, don't lean too far into the black, don't lean too far into the white, kind of thing. So it says for your feminine side to let your creativity inspire you. So maybe that's what the skill was that you might have been working hard on. Maybe you're a very creative person and you keep seeing other people who are creative. Even maybe how I thought study for some of you. Maybe you all studied like an arts degree and you're seeing everybody else sort of get jobs in the field, and now you're like, I studied with them, why aren't I? So it might be sort of that energy you're going through. And with this balance, the masculine side to give you confidence, maybe with the Seven of Pentacles, that's sort of a card of thinking like, not like you keep trying for something that's not working. Maybe you're starting to lose confidence, and that's why it's saying to balance out your creativity, balance out your confidence. And also stress reduction. This is definitely something that's playing on your mind a lot and giving you it's really troubling you. So we'll see what our next cards have. You are safe. So that's a nice card. Maybe there's something physically as well that is going on that is maybe hindering as to why you can't fulfill this project or this passion that you want. You are safe is quite a nice card. So like, you're safe to be yourself, you're safe to go for your wishes, you're safe to go for your dreams. I'm just going to quickly close that curtain so that we can see. Oh, it was the other curtain. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you are safe. So I feel like you're kind of safe to work on your passions. You're safe to work for this goal of yours that you have. It's just about building up your confidence, building up on being the greatest version of you that you can be. So our next card we have is choose a new direction. So for some of you, it may be you've worked the Seven of Pentacles as a course card of trying so hard for so long that it's not working. So for some of you, it may be time to choose a different direction. Does not necessarily have to mean choose a whole new career path or a whole new passion path. It could just mean find another route around it, find something similar. I'm just going to give an example. I was always like a creative kid. I thought I would go study the arts. I did 1 year of art and realised studying art wasn't for me, and then I studied graphic design. So it could be like that. It could be as simple as it's still in the field, but you've just found another route around it. Maybe that's why the Seven of Pentacles is here, because you keep trying the same thing over again and repeating it. So I'm not saying find a complete new path, but because it says choose a new direction, it doesn't say change your whole life. So that's why I feel like still work on whatever it is that is passionate for, like that brings you passion, that's passionate to you, but maybe find another way around it for some of you. And our last card we are going to end on is recovery. So that's a really nice card, especially with this you are safe. I'm kind of feeling maybe some of you, maybe you've been sick, maybe you've had a hard time, that sort of way, and that's why we have the Seven of Pentacles, as in like you keep the Seven of Pentacles is like you keep trying to get better maybe, and that was the hindrance to your life, is that you were ill, you had a sickness, or maybe someone else you knew and it had taken a really big toll on your life, and that's why we have recovery. Like the blessing is that you're going to start recovering your blessing is that you'll finally get over the hill from this hindrance of the Seven of Pentacles card. I'm really sensing that whatever it is, it is gonna be a big change. It is gonna be a direction that you thought maybe you wouldn't go in, but the blessing is your life is that everything's gonna be alright. You're safe now. You'll recover, and your new direction in life may even be 10 times better than you could have imagined. And that's what I have for you, group 2. Hopefully this resonated with you in some way. If it did, please subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming up soon, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. This is for those of you who chose the dark purplish amethyst. So I will see what the cards now have to say. So we have the Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Emperor. So this group, I actually pulled 3 tarot cards for you. The others I had previously only chose 2, and I keep shuffling, but 3 kept popping out. So I felt like 3 cards was very important for group 3. So the Lovers, that's a card of, like, you know, maybe it could be romantic relationship, or it could be such a divine passion or such a divine love for something. So it's kind of like being so wrapped up and so loving in such a sort of relationship that maybe you forget the outside world because you're so focused on this love of yours, this passion of yours. It's like a really deep love, like a really deep focus. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is kind of like a sleepless nights card, kind of anxiety, depression maybe. It's a card of like, it seems like everything's worse in your head than it really is. So we also have the Emperor. So the Emperor is kind of like the card of war. Like but he's very passionate, you know. He's very like strong-willed, very like hiding his emotions, but he's also like a hard worker. It's kind of like he wants to control everything. So maybe that's why maybe in the daytime or out in the day you're trying to put on this brave face. You're trying to be the Emperor. You're trying to be strong, but it's at night when those sort of emotions really hit you, and that's when you're starting to feel like scared, worried, like maybe things aren't as positive as I'm trying to put out. Maybe I'm feeling really nervous. And with the Lovers card, this could mean maybe this could be a relationship that's causing this, or a deep passion for you. It may be during the day you're trying to show, like, you know, I'm so happy, I'm so loved, I'm so, like, I've got the perfect relationship, I've got the perfect job, the perfect passion. That may be what you're trying to put out to the world, but it's at night that you kind of like show your true worries and show your true fears. It could even be not at night, but like in the shadowy type of thing, like deep down in your subconscious. That's how you feel, and you're trying so hard to put on a brave face in the conscious world that you are like strong, you're so loving, you're so like, you know, everything's going to be alright, but you're not actually truly believing that yourself. But I'll see what the other cards have to say, because this is our blessing. So these are the cards of like, this may be what you're going through now, and then this is the blessing that is going to come. So we have Crown Chakra. Pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages from true divine guidance sent in answers to your prayer. So your crown chakra is like above your head, like, you know, where a crown would be. So this is like a card of higher power. So maybe with that worrying, and when I was saying like maybe the nighttime is, or the subconscious is when you truly show yourself, it could even be like pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the sort of subconscious elements in your life, because they could be hints to you. And dreams can be weird. You could have the most like weirdest sort of dreams. I'm going to go off on a tangent. I used to have dreams of like I had a dream about white bugs like crawling out of my skin, and it was really disturbing. But that dream was because in the daytime I was like, I felt so pushed down. I felt like everybody was taking advantage of me, and I was so angry. So the bugs were kind of like them almost. So take a look at your dreams, because your dreams could be totally different to what it is in the real life. It's kind of like, write them down and sort of work out what it is, because it says like they are giving you guidance. So the guidance with my dream was to stop worrying so much, like stop even thinking about these bugs kind of thing. And white is a color of purity. It's kind of like you're pure, or maybe they're pure but you weren't getting their intentions, like they didn't realize that they were being harmful to you kind of thing. So that's what I'm getting at, is like really take note of what is going on in your subconscious. I'm getting a really strong pull that your subconscious is trying to tell you something. So I'm now going to pull some crystal cards, and I've pulled for you Emerald. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. And we also have Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So this could be a blessing for you. It's like, at the moment in the world, maybe we aren't getting birthdays, maybe we aren't getting celebrations, and this could be in your future when you start sort of lifting your spirits. Still focus on your positivity. I did say, like earlier when I was reading the tarot, is that maybe you are showing out to the world you're a positive person, but maybe you're not feeling it deep down. So that's what I'm getting, is work on your work on your crown chakra and your third eye and that, and focus on you to truly believe it. And that's your blessing, and that is coming, is that maybe you start actually will really believe that you can achieve anything. And also stay strong in your faith. Like, don't lose hope, don't lose whatever, like if you're religious, don't turn away from it. Like, we're always going to go through hard times, and I know like sometimes people lose faith in these sort of times because they're like, I came to religion or I came to spirituality, and now look at the world, like why would God or spirit cause this? So, but it's really to test us and to test how strong we are as people, and that's sort of a message I wanted to get across for some of you. And ceremonies and celebrations, so it could even be like in the future you could be getting married, you could be graduating. I'm getting maybe some of you like just I don't want to be too, I don't know, just for some of you maybe you've really started to contemplate if that will happen and you're getting quite down. It's saying like this is just a down moment at this time, but there's going to be celebrations in the future. Don't do anything hasty. Don't and that's just what I want to say for some of you. It just came out of nowhere and didn't relate, but I just really needed to get like, just don't do it. Like, a better time will come. Blessings are coming. Don't do anything hasty. But I want to read my next card, which is Give It to God. So this is a very, very spiritual group 3. There's something that's deeply troubling you, and I really feel like your blessing will be maybe you'll release it. Like everything's going to work out, everything's going to be positive. Give your worries away, still hold on to your faith, still hold on to your beliefs, because this is just a rough patch at the moment, and your blessing is that celebrations will come, positivity will come. Like, it's just about hanging in there. So we also have the card of unlikely. So I kind of getting unlikely as maybe it's unlikely that a change will happen soon. The blessings might not happen tomorrow, but the blessings, they're always out there. They're always gonna, like, this is just the rough patch that we're going through now. It might be unlikely to change tomorrow, but it's about holding on and keeping faith and keeping strength that the best will come. And it's also like maybe like unlikely as well. Unlikely things will get worse, you know. It's just, I really feel like hold on, be strong. So our next card, abundance. We have abundance. And we also have as our last card, workaholic. So maybe as well you're trying to work so much to kind of hide this pain that you're feeling. So you may be a workaholic, and for some of you maybe working or focusing on a project, focusing on a passion. That's what the Lovers card is. It's a passionate card. So maybe workaholic doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's sometimes good at certain times to work hard. Work, like, we go through sort of phases, waves, kind of. So maybe it is a time to work and abundance will come. And if you can't work at the moment, maybe work on passions, work on yourself, whether that be mentally or physically. Kind of the card is they are painting. So I'm going to show it. So it could be even work on your creativity skill, work on something you've always wanted to do that maybe you couldn't, and that might be your blessing. Maybe your blessing be this will take off, like abundance is coming no matter what. You just need to hang in there, and that's what I really want to show group 3. Like, your blessing is everything's going to be alright, abundance is coming, everything's going to work out. It's just now about mentally and physically getting through this rough patch. And I hope that helped for you, group 3. Please subscribe if it did, as I have a lot more videos coming, and hopefully I see you next time. Bye. Hello group 4, this is for those of you who chose the citrine crystal. It's a wee point, and let's get into your tarot reading. So I have pulled for you the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. So what's that's telling me is maybe with the 5 of Swords, that's a card of like maybe like betrayal, like maybe like a war, and you might have won, or maybe someone else won, but it's like it's a card of like winners and losers. Like, it's not a card of equality. It's kind of like you win or you lose. Like, it's a defeat. Maybe you were defeated, maybe harsh words or lies or deceit, something, maybe someone used a weakness against you, trying to get you in trouble. Maybe a friend or a love isn't what they seem. It's kind of like maybe this is the energy that you're experiencing. But we also have the 6 of Cups, which is a card of like nostalgia. We've got 2 young children in it, so it's like something that may have happened in your youth, maybe a past moment, like something that happened in the past. So maybe I'm kind of feeling for some of you, maybe this was a family member, maybe something in your childhood that happened, this sort of 5 of Swords moment. Maybe a parent wasn't there for you, or something in the past where you felt like you were defeated, you felt like that winner-loser mentality, like maybe you weren't good enough, or I'm just sort of sensing that it's really something troubling you from your past, like something just, yeah, it's maybe like something of your innocence, like, or it could even be like you're an innocent person and it feels like people take advantage of that. It feels like you know, people just like to backstab you, kind of thing. But of course my tarot cards, they are sort of the energy we're at now. So this is a card of what blessings are coming. So I want to see what blessings are going to come for you. So our card we have is manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. So this is a great card to get. Like, it's kind of like a card. Manifesting is about using positive thinking, and just like, it's like a knowing that whatever you want can happen. And that's what I kind of feel like. Maybe like maybe your blessings will come when you start like actually really manifesting, because we can always put out what we want to the universe, but it's like, do you truly feel it? So it's kind of like, maybe that's what you should work on, and that could be a blessing for the future, is that your positive mindset really changes the reality that you're in at the moment. So I also pulled some crystal cards, so I'm gonna see what they say. So we have yellow jasper, control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. And we also have moonstone, heighten intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So with this yellow jasper card, this control issues card, I kind of relate that back to, again, with this this childhood and this Five of Swords. Maybe you, someone's trying to control you, so maybe that's what you went through in your childhood, was maybe everyone was always controlling. If you couldn't really speak out, you couldn't really show your true opinions, because it was kind of like maybe your parents' way or the highway kind of thing. They really didn't allow you to be who you were, and that's why you struggle now. You really struggle using your voice and struggle with confidence, and that's maybe what this manifestation power could really work for you. Maybe start manifesting like a better mindset, a mindset of I'm in control of my destiny. That's what I feel like manifestation is. It's like you're putting out to the universe what you want. It's your time to really have your voice heard. And we have heightened intuition, so be aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So trust what you think of someone. Trust, I'm also sensing, I don't know why, but for some of you, maybe you had a parent that left, and maybe at this time they've tried to reach out, and that's what it's saying, is trust your intuition as it's trustworthy. Trust if you really think that they are reaching out for a positive reason or a negative reason. It's, it inside what they actually really want. And that could also relate with this Five of Swords, is it's kind of like winners or losers, black and white kind of thing. So that's what I'm feeling, is that maybe, for some of you, this is some, not all, that you had a parent that left, and that they are going to reach out, or they have reached out, and you're contemplating sort of what to do. And that's your blessing. Your blessing is that you have such a strong intuition. It's really about utilizing it. So next card we have is invest in your spirit. So that's what I was really feeling, and of course this manifestation power and spirit is related to that. So I would say start investing in yourself. I really am getting the feeling that something traumatic happened in childhood, and it's really left you with a lack of confidence, and that will be your blessing, is when you start believing in yourself and start truly thinking you can do anything and start manifesting, that's when your blessings will come. So we also have abundance, and it's up to you. So pretty much in one sentence what I've been saying this whole kind of reading, it's really like a change in your mindset. Really, that's your blessing, and that's when you'll get abundance, is when you change how you look at life. You may have had a traumatic past, and it's really hindered how you think now, and it's really hindered that you're kind of you may have a lot of self-doubt. And that's what I kind of want to show, is that blessings will come when you start working on yourself. It's really up to you. Maybe you had very overbearing parents, and now you feel like you always need everybody else's approval. So maybe that's as well a way, is it's up to you. It's up to, don't worry about what everybody else is up to. Don't worry about what they're up, don't worry what they're saying, what they're thinking you should do. Focus on yourself, and abundance will come. Greatness will come. Everything you kind of want will come when you start truly believing that you can do anything. And I feel like that's your blessing, is when you work on yourself, like things will work out. And our last card we have is discovery. So, you know, discovery, like discover yourselves, discover what you want as a person. You may have had it, you know, rough, but now it's about learning, exploring out in the world, exploring, discovering, like really work out what it is you as a person are here for, and that's when abundance will come, that's when blessings will come. So that's all I have for you, group 4. I hope this reading helped you in any sort of way. If it did, please subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming in the future, and hopefully I see you next time. Bye.